this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you are all here. And if you are new, a big, huge, special welcome to you. I'd like to invite everybody to go ahead and hit subscribe. That way you'll never miss out on another video. All right. Well, we are doing Pick a Card today, and we are wanting some insight on what good news is coming. So we're going to take a look. I have 3 decks set out here today, each with a stone. Here I have the Housewives Tarot with the stone hematite and the word forever. Here I have the Deviant Moon Tarot with the stone amethyst and the word abundance. And here I have the Steampunk Tarot with green aventurine and the word trust. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to give these playing cards a quick shuffle. I am going to place a card down for each pile, and I am going to invite you to select your pile. You can choose based on the card, on the deck, on the stone, or on the affirmation. Totally up to you. All right, we've got the 3 of hearts, we've got the 5 of hearts, and we have the 4 of clubs. So now, what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to ask you to calm your mind. Think of the question, what good news is coming? See where your attention is drawn and select your pile. I will put timestamps in the description. That way you can bump around and fast forward as needed. That all being said, let's get started. All right, pile number 1. You have chosen the card 3 of hearts and the stone hematite with the word forever. Let's see what we've got for you. Okay, what good news is coming? Okay, we've got some changes coming up. I can definitely see that. We start off here with our Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, this talks about kind of a lucky break. This talks about something kind of coming around that you might have been working on. The Wheel of Fortune, if you imagine a wheel, it's always turning, always spinning. So therefore, it does talk about cycles of things kind of coming through. It leads right into our 5 of Swords. 5s are all about change. So it looks like something you've been working on is definitely going to be bringing about a change of some kind. So, you know, we've got the World card right after that, which talks all about balance. It talks about having all of your ducks in a row. It talks about hope and optimism. So right here on the top row, I'm seeing some, you know, things that are all tying into some change, some result that you have been wanting to achieve that looks like it's going to be coming to fruition. So that is great. You're making a change. The things that you are doing right now are influencing things. So that is wonderful. Next, we have our Knight of Pentacles followed by our King of Swords. So we've got a lot of action, you know, coming on. Again, that makes a lot of sense with things that are changing. How do you elicit a change? You have to have some kind of action in there, right? Well, our Knights are all about action. being Pentacles, this is somebody who's very logical, who thinks about things, who moves a little more slowly, while they are still moving, and it is still about action. They're more of a planner. They're more of a thinker. They don't want to make a misstep. So this could be some advice for you when you're seeing these changes starting to occur, or the results starting to pop up. This says, you know what, don't just rush forward. Still be thinking about things. Think about the next step and the next step. Keep yourself grounded so that you don't just get wrapped up in the excitement of saying, woo, something's changing and I'm getting somewhere with this. You have to also be thinking about what comes next so that you don't rock the boat on the success that you've already achieved. Now, the way you're going to be doing that is by getting more information. The more information that you have about a particular subject, topic, action that you needs to be taken, obviously the better. Our kings are all about information. Our kings are very logical. Again, that ties in very nicely with our Knight of Pentacles right before that. So, being very logical, really seeking that information before making decisions, being smart about things. Things are advancing, but you still have to be smart about things, right? Next, we have our Tower card, and the Tower is all about change. The Tower is all about, kind of rebuilding things. So if this that you've been working on has something to do with kind of putting something back together, something, advancing something, maybe coming at things from a different perspective, a different way, that looks to be very successful. So, whatever it is that you are doing seems to be the right path. The kind of the advice here, though, is that you don't want to just get excited. You need to very much be thinking about things, planning and getting that information. So, yeah, so whatever it is that you are working on, my friend, looks to be moving forward. Now, here we have the Three of Hearts. Threes are all about creativity. So this seems to be that you have a creative solution to whatever it is you're working on. And the creative solution looks like it's going to take off. It's going to really grab hold, and it's going to be advancing you. Ooh, pile one. This is exciting. Oh, I would love to hear what you think of your reading. Please leave a comment for me. I would love to see how things are working out in your world and how this reading might have applied to you. And of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to go ahead and hit subscribe on your way out. Never want you to miss out on anything. All right, my friend, thank you so much for letting me read for you. All right, pile number 2. Let's find out what's going on. What good news is coming? You have selected card number 5 with the stone amethyst and the affirmation abundance. Now I've given the cards a shuffle, so let's see what we can find out. Okay. All right, well, we start off here with our Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups talks about something from your past kind of reemerging. It talks about kind of having those nostalgic feelings about the past. Being a 6, 6s are all about kind of perseverance. Keep trying, keep holding on. Something you've been holding on to from something in your past. It could be a person, it could be an idea, but it is something that is something that elicits emotion within you. So, that very well could be talking about a person or like I said, an idea or a project, something you were working on that was really like near and dear to your heart, that kind of a thing. You've been left feeling kind of like you're alone in this. You might be feeling like nobody was there to support you. Maybe the other person didn't feel the same way. It doesn't have to be a romance type of thing, but it could be. But it is more likely just something that was really important to you in the past that didn't really work out. You wanted to get started, you wanted to get moving on this, and it started off kind of like a good idea, but things didn't really move as quickly as you might have expected. And then you find yourself sort of left and in it by yourself. The other person didn't want to contribute, the other person didn't support you, whatever that looks like for you and your situation. But being left without something, some support of some kind, leaves you there thinking and kind of reflecting and asking yourself, what is it that I really want? What is it that I'm trying to accomplish? If you're not asking yourself that already, that is a suggestion from the tarot. That is the advice saying that you really kind of need to do some self-reflection and be really putting the past into perspective. Because here we have our Hanged Man talking about changing your perspective. Whatever this is that is holding you back in the past, that's what you need to change your perspective on, and that's what it looks like is coming for you. So good news, good news. You're going to be able to see something in the past differently, and it's going to lead you into kind of a renewed sense of energy and excitement, and maybe even new ideas of how to accomplish something. But that Hanged Man is definitely saying that. Leads right into our 10 of Pentacles. The tens are about completion. Tens are about achieving things that are, that you were working on, so whatever was kind of stalling here with your new perspective, that's the good news. It looks to turn around. It looks to turn around, and you can expect some success. You can expect happiness, and that completion. You're feeling like you're bringing it to that completion moment. It is followed up right here by our 3 of Pentacles, which tells me the way you're going to get there is just by, having creative ideas, being open to things. Maybe, I hate to keep using the cliche thing, think out of the box, but it's kind of like one of those things. Be creative. Here with your card that you selected, we've got our 5. This 5s are all about change. This is all about moving things. This is the theme for your spread, is all about change. Something is changing for you, pile 2, and relying on your past experience by continuing to work on things. People are going to be drawn to you. The people who might have not been there for you in the past, or who left or something like that, they're going to be back because now they want to see what's going on. Your new perspective is going to bring you a lot of different things. Things are going to be changing, and you're going to have a new perspective on things. Woo, pile 2. This is really exciting. It sounds kind of like an inside job. A lot of things, that we do in life, we have to change the way we think about them. And it gives us new inspiration. It kind of sometimes too, it can calm our emotions if we think about things in a different way. Our Hanged Man here shows me that you are either in the process or you have thought of things in a different light. So that is your good news. Something that has been hanging you up is about to end. Well, oh my goodness, thank you so much for letting me read for you. I hope this made sense. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Please drop a comment. I'd love to interact with everybody and find out what you're thinking of your reading. And if you haven't already, please make sure to hit subscribe. I never want you to miss out on a video. All right, my friend, thank you so much again for letting me read for you. All right, pile number 3. Let's find out what good news is coming. Now, I've given the cards a quick shuffle off camera, and here we have your card. You've selected the 4 of clubs. We're going to go ahead and we're going to find out what good news is coming for you. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oops. All right, so some good news. What is coming up? Well, something's coming up and it's coming kind of fast. We've got something coming in pretty quickly. We've got our our 8 of wands. The 8 of wands is moving. We want to see that advancement. So something is really coming in quickly. We're advancing in some way. We are achieving and attaining something. We've got our 9 of wands. 9s are all about attainment. So it's about, things moving. You're going to be getting something that you've really been wanting. That is coming in soon. With our 9 of wands, something that you've kind of been waiting for, and here it is, like one of those kinds of things. Here next to that, we have our Page of Pentacles. Pages are all about new journeys. This is all about taking those first steps and, really getting out there. It's taking a new path that you could be changing directions on once you get this, whatever it is that you are wanting right now is moving towards you. And whatever this is going to be sparking some type of new direction on your part. We've got our 7 of wands right here, which talks about experience. This is also something that you've really been in having people perhaps tell you that this isn't going to work, that this isn't the right thing for you. Somehow people are kind of being negative about what it is you're trying to achieve. But you're holding your own. You're holding your own. You're saying, you know what, despite what you say, I am still moving forward with this. We've got the changes really starting to pop. So I think you're being smart by saying moving forward. Now, you've got your 2 of swords here too, which means, you know what, those other people's opinions, those other people's advice, whatever that looks like, it is making you kind of think, you know what, I have these 2 thoughts in my head. You are considering things. So you're not just blindly saying, I'm not even going to consider your advice, but you've come to a point where your own advice for yourself is more valuable. You've been working hard to get where you are. You have, whether that's an inside job or something physically you had to do, either way, you've been working hard. So you know what you're doing. So other people's advice, take it with a grain of salt. Now, whatever it is that's coming in, again, like I said, it's coming in quickly. So we've got some change. We've got some action happening here. The Knight of Cups, it's not always a romance card, but a lot of times it is. So this might have something to do with a romantic kind of thing. Maybe it's somebody you've been interested in, and they're going to start coming in now. Things are going to start moving now. And some people maybe don't agree with your choice, don't agree with your path, what you're doing right now. But this is here to say, explore this, explore whatever it is that you're working on that's coming in. You make good choices. You have good judgment. People who are giving you advice, they're trying to help, but advice is like a piece of pie. Here's your advice. Here, I'm handing you advice, and it's a piece of pie in my hand. You might not want any pie. You might not like that kind of pie. You might not even want pie at all. So you don't have to take my piece of pie, even though I'm handing it to you. The same is true with advice. You don't have to take that advice if it doesn't mesh or resonate with you, or you don't trust it, or you just want to explore it on your own. Advice is meant to be helpful, and sometimes advice is not helpful. So you have to make that decision yourself. But the way the cards are looking, and with our four here, we've got our four of clubs. Fours are all about change. So this spread is showing me the theme is all about something changing, something that you have been waiting for, something that you've been wanting to achieve, and it could be of a romantic nature. If it isn't a romantic nature, like a significant other or some crush or something like that, it would be somebody who is very important to you. This would involve the emotions. It is cups and taking action based on emotion. So again, something that you've been wanting is really coming in. So you're waiting, your perseverance, your patience, all these things are what is really uh, bringing these things to fruition. So yeah. Wow. Do you know what that is? What have you been working on? What are you expecting or waiting for to change? Remember, we have our four here, and fours are about change with stability, things working out, things that you can really kind of count on, things that are strong. So whatever this is really good news coming in strong like this. We've got our stability, we've got our change, and we've got our stone with the affirmation trust. Whoa, pile three. This is exciting. I love it. Well, let me know what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts on this reading and see how it might apply to your life. And of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to hit subscribe. I never want you to miss out on a video, and I'd love to have you in the family. All right, my friend, thank you so much for letting me read the cards for you.